Hey everyone, welcome to RX channel. My name is Oleg. Today I'll do unboxing of the newest electric bicycle OTIDA RX80. The dual motors, the peak power up to 3000, that was the claim. So let's open up and see how the bicycle actually packed. Wow, it's very hard to open it. And here's how it looks from the top. And here's how it looks from the side. Everything looks packed very well. I'm going to show you what is inside of this box as well. And then I'll show you how to assemble this bike. Inside you're going to find in the box mounting for the headlight, user manual, some zip tie, phone holder, pretty good, and cable lock, also side mirrors, air pump, nice pedals, aluminum with reflector light, a large charger which is 3 amp charger, UL listed, and bunch of tools, full-size tools with a bag so you can keep it to fix your bike when needed, but it will help you also to assemble the bike as well. So my first step will be attaching handlebar. Before attaching handlebar, you would need to move this stem to the front. You would loosen up with Allen key the side of the stem because it's adjustable, it's very nice, and loosen up these two bolts. If it's still hard to move, then you would remove this cap and loosen up as well. So you would just move it to the front, okay, like this. Then you can resecure it. You don't have to resecure very tight, but so it will just basically not move much, okay, because you're gonna do this again later once you're adjusting the bike to make sure it's all straight up. So I'll just, okay, so far the bike looks better than I expected. Nice fork looks like, and with an adjustable stem. You would remove this mounting, the 4 bolts, in order to attach the handlebar, okay. So you would remove this mounting and then you would attach the handlebar. Next, you get the handlebar up just like that and reattach it with the same bolts you just removed. Just center it. There's actually a center on the handlebar, which is helpful, and you just attach the same mounting with the same bolts to the stem. The handlebar is attached now. I'm going to remove the battery just to put it on charge. At the same time, it will be easy to work because the bike will be a little bit lighter. So the battery is 48 volt and 20 amp. So it's 960 watt hours. Here's the way you need to install the front wheel. It comes with two kind of anti-rotation washers, spacers, washers. You would put this one in like this, okay. So this part will go outside from both sides, and the cable will look to your left side, and this piece will look down. So this way, once you attach the cable, it will go all the way up like this. And you do exactly the same thing on the other side. You put this one down like this, looking down with this anti-rotation piece. So I'm gonna try to insert the wheel without flip over the bike. You may want to flip over the bike, that might be easier, and then just put like this, okay. So first you would need to put the brake in, and let's see if it's fit inside, because there is space and it's hard to see, but actually it's fit very easy. Surprise, it's already inserted. So I didn't even have to flip over the bike, but if it's hard for you, I recommend to flip over. It would be better for you to see. So I will show you the next step now. So here's the next step. So once you insert it, you will get these 2 bolts. This should be on the frame, attached to the frame. And you use this 8mm Allen key. You would just insert from one side and tighten them up. I believe it's about 40 to 60 Nm torque. I'll just do it by hand first. And also you do exactly the same thing on another side, okay? And once you attach them, tighten them up very well, and you would re-secure the motor right here. I would use some zip tie, just secure. So the next step will be attaching the fenders. So the fenders attaching pretty simple. So you would remove the bolts with the nuts from the top and also from the side. You would basically just insert the fenders in like this, okay, and reattach it from behind. And also you would attach this mounting right here with the same bolts you're gonna remove. And here's how it looks once you attach the fenders. I will re-secure the motor later, so you basically just reattach with two zip tie, one on top, one on over here, and I would secure one over here as well. So next step would be attaching the headlight, but before attaching headlight I decided to re-secure the rear rack. So you would just remove this bolt and remove this protection and re-secure it right here. That's it. My next step will be attaching the headlight. I also noticed the tires was flat, so I inflated the front one. You do need to put them back before you start to inflate. Like this one, rear one, it can pop out, so you need to push this tire. You may want to reduce the air, push it inside, because if you start to pump like that, it will just explode. So now you need to attach the mounting. Here's all the stuff came for mounting. So you would do like this setup, and you would just attach it just like this. So here's how it will look. You can attach high or low. This is a bumper for the frame, so it will not hit once you're turning, so it will kind of protect your frame. Also, you do exactly the same thing on another side, so the screw side will be outside, as you can see. So that's why you install, and you don't tighten them up very well because you still need to attach the headlight, so you make it a little bit like loose from both sides on the same level. Once you attach the mounting, you basically just push this cable down, and you would insert the bolt from one side. You put this washer from inside and just reattach one side at a time, okay? You don't need to tighten up very well one side, and you do exactly the same thing from another side. And then once you attach both of the sides, then you can tighten up with a wrench tool, but don't tighten them up very well because it's a plastic and it can break. That's why they put the rubber, so it will stay in place. And then you would reattach the headlight with the cable right here. Now it's time to attach the pedals. So pedals is pretty simple. You're gonna find letter L and R. So R will go to the right side. You're gonna find letter R on this side as well, and actually even direction where you need to turn the pedals. Okay, so you can go this way, and you can use a wrench tool to tighten this up. You can use the Allen key from inside to tighten them up. So it's pretty nice pedals. Comes with this bike as well. Okay, and then you do exactly the same thing on the other side. And here's how it will look once you assemble. I did not complete the assembly yet. I'm gonna check all the bolts, nuts before I start to ride. I recommend to check everything, and tires. So again, as I said before, the tire needs some pushing back this way. You need to reduce the air and push it. That's something might came like this. Yours might be different. Maybe they did it on purpose, didn't put a lot of air in, so this tire pop out, so you just push it back. It's pretty simple. Actually, the front wheel went through very smooth, so it's very good measurement, I would say. So the bike looks better than on the picture. I feel like the fork should be really good on this bike as well. Looks like it's a fully loaded bike. The only things I am missing, I noticed, there's no tail light integrated. It's located right underneath of the seat, kind of battery operated. The seat looks very nice and comfortable with some ventilation. The fork full adjustable. Looks like compression, preload adjustment on the left side. I'm not sure if it's functional or not. We're gonna check it once I'm gonna do a review. And it's a dual motor. I believe they also sell second battery. I believe the second battery would be attached to the rack, or maybe they just give you another battery. So far looks good. What do you guys think? And again, if you're interested in this bike, I'm gonna put link below, also with discount code, so you can save some money and support my channel. And if you want to see the full video review with riding and testing the speed, hill test, subscribe to my channel. And I'm gonna make this video later on. It's over 100 degrees outside, so I'm gonna put the tire back inside the house because it's too hot outside now. And thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, comment below, and I'll see you in the next video.